And President Biden is calling on Congress to pass stronger gun laws in the wake of the Nashville school shooting. White House flags are flying at half-staff today in memory of the 6 victims. White House correspondent Karen Travers joins me live now for more on that. Karen, Congress passed the first major gun reform bill in decades after the Uvalde school shooting last year. What changes did it put in place?
That was significant legislation that Congress passed last year. The Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, Diane, passed with good bipartisan support. 15 Senate Republicans and 14 House Republicans voted to push that across the finish line. You can see there some of the things it did, including implementing violence protection programs in states. It closed the so-called boyfriend loophole to protect domestic violence victims. It expanded background checks for young gun purchasers, and it also gave tens of millions of dollars for mental health resources in communities and funding to make schools more safe. But there are a lot of things that legislation did not do, things that ended up on the chopping block because the negotiations were so tense and they couldn't come to an agreement. Things like the assault weapons ban, things like universal background checks and national red flag laws. They were all things that some Democrats were pushing hard for, but Republicans were not going to budge on that. At the time, lawmakers said this was the best deal that they could come up with, and they still said this was very significant. I think it goes to show that even after 19 children and 2 teachers were killed in that Texas shooting, that was the best they could do last year.
Now, what's the president pushing for now, and how much support is there on Capitol Hill?
Diane, the president said yesterday that shooting yesterday was sick. He said it was heartbreaking and a family's worst nightmare. And he called once again for an assault weapons ban. This is something he says in the wake of most mass shootings now, whether it's in a public place, a workplace, or sadly in a school. But it is unlikely, almost impossible for this to move forward on Capitol Hill. There are currently no negotiations taking place between Democrats and Republicans on this issue, and there is no appetite among Republicans to move forward on an assault weapons ban.
All right, Karen Travers at the White House. Thank you, Karen.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.